Right now, at this very moment, how many people are you refusing to forgive? Your ex who broke your heart? The coworker who stabbed you in the back? The parent who let you down? The friend who betrayed your trust? This is the story of a man who spent 20 years collecting grudges and how they almost killed him. His name was Marcus. He had everything: money, power, success, but he was dying, not from cancer, not from disease, from hate. And one night, a stranger showed him something that changed everything. Marcus Bennett was a self-made millionaire. At 53, he owned a commercial real estate empire worth $47 million. Penthouse in Manhattan, Porsche in the garage, corner office with a view of Central Park. On paper, he had one life. But if you looked into his eyes, you'd see nothing, just cold, empty anger. His wife, Jennifer, divorced him 5 years ago. The settlement cost him $8 million. "Marcus, I can't do this anymore. You're not the man I married. You've become stone cold." His 2 kids, Tyler and Emma, visited once a year, Christmas, out of obligation. They didn't call on his birthday, didn't ask how he was doing, because Marcus had pushed everyone away. Why? Because 20 years ago, his business partner, Daniel, had betrayed him, stolen clients, forged documents, nearly bankrupted the company. Marcus survived, sued him, won, rebuilt bigger than ever. But the rage never left. Every single morning for 20 years, Marcus woke up thinking about Daniel. Every night, he went to sleep replaying the betrayal. "I will never forgive that bastard, never." And it wasn't just Daniel. His younger brother borrowed $50,000 and never paid it back. Marcus cut him out of his life completely. A colleague took credit for his deal. Marcus got him fired. His neighbor's dog barked too loud. Marcus called the cops 12 times and sued. A barista spelled his name wrong on his coffee. Marcus left a 1-star review and got her written up. One by one, Marcus collected grievances, collected injustices, collected reasons to hate, and his heart turned to stone. Then came Tuesday, October 17th, the day everything changed. Marcus was in his office, yelling at an intern who'd made a scheduling mistake, when suddenly, sharp pain, chest tightening, left arm numb. He collapsed. His assistant screamed, called 911. At Mount Sinai Hospital, the cardiologist delivered the news. "Mr. Bennett, you've had a mild heart attack. Your stress levels are off the charts, blood pressure through the roof. If you don't make serious changes, therapy, medication, lifestyle, you're looking at maybe 5 years, maybe less." Marcus stared at the hospital ceiling. For the first time in decades, he felt fear. Not fear of death, fear that he'd wasted his entire life. He had $47 million and no one to share it with. He had power and no peace. He had everything and nothing. That night at 2 a.m., unable to sleep, Marcus walked out of the hospital in his gown. He wandered the streets of Manhattan, lost. And that's when he saw her. On the corner of 5th Avenue and 42nd Street, under a flickering streetlight, sat an old black woman. She looked about 70, worn coat, kind face, and on her back she carried a large woven basket. It looked heavy. Marcus stopped, watched. She was arranging things inside, flowers, small objects, carefully. "What are you doing out here this late?" She looked up. Her eyes were gentle, wise. "I could ask you the same thing, baby. Why is a hospital patient wandering the streets at 2 a.m. in a gown?" Marcus looked down, almost smiled. Almost. "Couldn't sleep. Too much on my mind." The weight of unforgiveness is heavy, ain't it?" Marcus froze. "You don't know anything about me." "I know that look. Seen it 1,000 times. You're carrying stones, honey. Lots of them." His breath caught. "What are you talking about?" "Sit down. Let me tell you a story." Marcus hesitated, then sat on the cold sidewalk beside her. She began. "Years ago, there was a man named Joseph. Good man, hard-working, loving father. But one day, his boss passed him over for a promotion and gave it to someone less qualified, someone who happened to be the boss's nephew. Joseph was furious. Walking home that night, he picked up a stone from the sidewalk and put it in his pocket. "This stone represents my anger. I'll carry it until I get justice." Weeks passed. His cousin borrowed $5,000 and ghosted him. Joseph picked up another stone. His wife forgot their anniversary. Another stone. A driver cut him off in traffic. Another stone. His best friend canceled plans last minute. Another stone. Year after year, Joseph collected stones. He carried them in a backpack everywhere. People asked, "Joe, why are you always carrying that heavy bag?" He'd say, "These are my grievances. Every person who wronged me, I'll carry them until they apologize." But nobody apologized, and the bag got heavier. His back bent, his face hardened, his smile disappeared. His wife begged, "Baby, please let go of those stones. They're killing you." He refused. "No, they owe me. They need to pay." One day, his 10-year-old son asked, "Daddy, why you carry those rocks? Don't they hurt?" Joseph snapped, "Yes, they hurt, but the people who gave me these should feel this pain, not me." The boy looked confused. "But Daddy, they're not carrying the rocks. You are." Joseph stopped, stared at his son, and for the first time, he understood. The people who hurt him, they'd moved on, living their lives free. But him, he was the one suffering. He was punishing himself. That night, Joseph went to the river. One by one, he threw the stones into the water. With each stone, he said a name. "I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you." When the last stone was gone, Joseph collapsed on the grass and cried. For the first time in years, his shoulders felt light. He walked home, free. Marcus sat there, tears streaming down his face. "I've been carrying stones for 20 years. "Yes, baby, and they're crushing you. Look at you, rich, powerful, but dying inside. Who you punishing, them or yourself?" Marcus buried his face in his hands and sobbed. All the anger, all the bitterness, all the years wasted hating people who'd forgotten he existed. Daniel probably hadn't thought about him in a decade. His brother had moved on. The colleague, the neighbor, they were living their lives. But Marcus had been in prison for 20 years, a prison he built himself. How do I stop? I don't even know how. You start with one stone, one name, tonight. Marcus went back to his penthouse, sat at his desk, pulled out a legal pad. He wrote every name, every grudge he was carrying. Daniel, business partner who destroyed me. My brother who stole from me. Jennifer who took half my money. Tyler and Emma who abandoned me. The list went on and on. Then, one by one, he spoke words he thought he'd never say. "Daniel, I forgive you." His chest burned, but something shifted. "Jennifer, I forgive you." The weight lifted. He went through every name, and when he finished, he tore up the paper, threw it in the trash, and smiled for the first time in 20 years. The next morning, Marcus called Jennifer. "Jen, I know I don't deserve your time, but I need to say this. I'm sorry for the coldness, the anger, everything. And I forgive you for leaving. You had every right." Silence. Then, "Marcus, I've been waiting 20 years to hear you say that." They talked for 3 hours. He called Tyler, Emma, his brother. He didn't demand anything. He just let go. 3 months later, Marcus sat in Central Park feeding pigeons. His face was peaceful. The old woman appeared beside him. "You look different." "I am. You saved my life." "No, honey, you saved your own life." Marcus looked at her. "Can I ask what's in your basket?" She smiled, opened it. Inside, flowers, beautiful, colorful flowers. "I used to carry stones too. Now I carry flowers. Every kindness, every joy, every forgiveness, I add a flower." She walked away. Marcus sat there, finally free. Marcus lived another 28 years, rebuilt relationships, found peace. When he died at 81, surrounded by family, his last words were, "I wasted 20 years on stones. Don't be like me." So let me ask you, how many stones are you carrying? That ex who cheated? That boss who passed you over? That parent who disappointed you? That friend who betrayed you? Here's the truth. Unforgiveness doesn't hurt them. It destroys you. They've moved on, but you're still angry, still replaying it, still suffering. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's for you. It's not saying what you did was okay. It's saying, I'm done letting this control my life. Here's how to let go today. Step 1. Write the names, every grudge you're carrying. Step 2. Say out loud, I forgive, and say their name. You don't have to call them. You don't have to tell them. Just release it. Step 3. Destroy the list. Burn it, shred it, throw it away. Step 4. Start collecting flowers, not stones. Notice kindness, gratitude, joy. Collect those instead. Remember, you can't carry stones and flowers at the same time. Choose what you want to carry. If this story touched your heart, if you felt the weight of those stones and you're ready to let them go, subscribe to Mwanga wa Mababu. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, share this story with someone who's been carrying stones for too long, because the world needs more people who carry flowers, not stones.